Hello everyone, welcome to the third lecture video on the course title Hands-on Training on MATLAB and Simulink for Electrical Engineers. So in the previous two lectures we have comprehensively covered everything basics related to the MATLAB and Simulink software, how it can be used, how what are the different methods of generating plots, and how to export any developed plot directly to your local computer. So now moving from plotting and developing some diagrammatic figures in MATLAB. Now this lecture is dedicated to computational abilities of MATLAB. So if you have ever studied the C language in computer science, so MATLAB is mostly based on the style and syntax of C language. So in C language also we have some functions and there are some iterations also. There are some pointers and other important things. So many topics are matching between MATLAB and C language. So if you are aware of C language, then you can quickly catch up with the MATLAB software. So now we will discuss about functions. What is a function? Function is a computational formula or computational process which is fixed which is fixed by the user or which is already fixed in the MATLAB software, but the input can change. The mathematical formula or the computational process is fixed as a system, and the input can change, which will affect the output results. So in this diagram you can see, so here this this is a function. I am writing it as FNC. This is a function and these are inputs. These are inputs and this is the output. This is output. So here you can see the function will be always remain constant, but the value of the input variables can change, which will ultimately change or affect the value of the output. So if we want to do this in iterative mode, for example, I don't have to calculate this only one time. If I have to calculate this 1,000 times, then I have to change the input values each time. Then I have to run again and then I will get the output. But what if I can fix the function as a mathematical formula in some other file, and then I inputs are in other file. I can call the both input and the MATLAB function in another file, and then I can process it. So it will why it is helpful, because it reduces the computational time. It takes input and returns output in a single run. It does not takes too much time as compared to this manual calculation. So functions help you write once and reuse many times. So same function can be used multiple times. So this is a basic structure of a function in MATLAB. So here you can see we have function. This is a command, inbuilt command, which is a function. It cannot be changed, but this command, this is not a command, this is a name of the function. This is the name of the function. So this name is set as myfun, and input variables are a, b, c, and so on. And based on these inputs, these are the inputs, and these inputs are being processed by this function, and this function generates some output. So these are the outputs. So these are the outputs. So here you can relate all these things. Inputs can be related to the function, and the function, whatever the results is generated, it is saved in this format. So there is not a single format, so don't confuse yourself. There can be many number of output variables. There are not only one type of output, multiple times is possible. And input variables are also possible that they can be of multiple sizes. Clear? So now we will move ahead with MATLAB implementation. Here you can see I have created two files, two MATLAB scripts. You are aware of MATLAB scripts now, because in previous lectures I have already covered this thing and how to use them. So we have created two different files. So first I will cover the untitled3 file. Here we have two variables, v and I. V is equal to 230, I is equal to 5. Then if you want to calculate power, as we are discussing MATLAB and Simulink for electrical engineers, so basic concepts of electrical engineering I will be taking here and there, okay, throughout the course. So how to calculate power? Power is the multiplication of V into I, voltage into current, if it is working at unity power factor. For AC systems, and for DC systems it is only V into I, because there is no concept of power factor. So we have two inputs and we want to find out the power. So how we can calculate? Either we can directly multiply. So best and easiest thing is to multiply both two in the command window. So 230 into 5, you will get 1150. So this is the final answer of the power. So you will get 1150. But if I want that this power should be calculated using some functions, so those function is defined by this command power underscore calc. So this is not a MATLAB command, this is custom command created by user. So this power underscore calc, what it will do, it will take the value of V and I, which is already defined. These values will be taken by this function and it will generate a output. That output is denoted by P. So like that we can create a function for calculating the power, and that function will be simply V into I. It will be simply V into I. Clear? So this untitled3 is clear. This is our main file. This is our main file, but the function file is this. So this, as I discussed in previous lecture, I have used single percentage. It means this line is not executable. So you can either delete this line and you will be left with these three useful lines. So here you can see the power calc is the name of the function. So this name of the function is written here. You cannot change this name because this is the inbuilt MATLAB function. It cannot be changed, but this can be customized. So here is here are two inputs V and I. Here are two inputs V and I, and one output power. And output power is calculated as V into I. So V into I is generally written like this. But what will happen if you have a series of voltages and a series of currents? Then you need to multiply voltages and currents element wise. Element wise you have to multiply. So for that we are adding dot. So this symbol means the multiplication is done in element wise. So first of all you have to save this function. First of all you have to save this function. Yeah, you can directly go to save. So I am saving this here. Don't change the name of the file because it is directly related to your this function name. The function name will be the name of the .m file, okay, and the icon will be also different from a normal m file or MATLAB script. So this file is now saved. Now coming back to the main file where our inputs are defined, you can see power calc is now defined in other file, and we just have to run this file. We just have to run this file so that it will automatically take the inputs and feed the inputs to the power calc. It will calculate the value of power. But first of all, to run this code, we need to save this. So I am now saving it as my third code. Okay. So I am saving it as my third code. Now you don't need to run this function code. So this function code is not needed to run. Only we have to run this input file. We have to run this input file. So directly if we run and remember the value of power, it is 1150. Now I am clearing the command window, and whatever will the result, it will be displayed in the command window. So I am running the this file. You can see that my third code has been run and the output is coming as 1150. It means it is correct. It means it is correct, and 1150 is the final answer. So this will be same if I remove this dot also. But if we remove this dot, then we cannot operate this function with a series of voltages and currents. So for example, in this code, we currently have only one input. If we have two inputs and two inputs in V and two inputs in I, then also if you run this, then you will get that my third code is run and you are getting two outputs. First output is 1150, which is related to the value of 230 and 5 ampere, and the second value is for 210 ampere. So these are the two variables as an input, and each variable having one or more elements in their uh, value. Clear? So now I think the basic concepts of using functions, using inbuilt functions or using customized function is clear. If you have any doubts or any suggestions for improving the quality of lecture videos, then you can comment, and please like and subscribe the channel.